Many businesses make regular contributions to charity. Recently, though, some large companies have started what are called social businesses. They engage in activities such as providing clean water or reusable energy facilities for the community, or providing food and housing for the poor, without expecting to earn a lot of money. In some ways, the actions of social businesses are similar to, but not exactly the same as, what charities have been doing. In order to understand social businesses more deeply, it is useful to take a look at the history of charity. Helping the poor has long been considered an obligation by major religions. They teach that helping less fortunate people is important. For example, in Europe during the Middle Ages, it was the church that helped the poor by providing food and money for those in need. To care for the sick, old, or weak, the church also established and operated hospitals. These ways of helping people were considered important charitable activities of the church. In the 16th century, local governments also started providing different forms of charity, using taxes collected from the local people. It was at this time that places began to be built to provide poor people with housing and food. These were called poorhouses. Soup kitchens, places where food was offered to the hungry free of charge or at a very low price, also began to appear at this time. By the 18th century, it had become common to do charitable work, and many charitable institutions had been set up. Yet, one criticism had become widespread. It was the idea that charity prevented people from supporting themselves and encouraged dependency. This criticism led to a change in the way assistance was provided. Poorhouses gave way to workhouses, where the residents could still receive food and housing but were required to do long hours of hard work. These places were designed to be very unpleasant to live in. This was done to discourage people from asking for help. They thus became places that were feared and hated by the poor. In the 19th century, the conditions in these charities became so bad that some novelists began describing the harsh realities of workhouses in popular novels, which raised public awareness. This brings us to modern ideas about helping people. Many types of assistance for the poor are now provided by the central government under the name of social welfare, including systems such as unemployment insurance or social security. Social security provides funds to the poor, to the disadvantaged, and to old people who have retired. This historical overview shows us how charitable activities have evolved along with society. These changes have included changes in who provides the assistance and what types of assistance are given. Business has also evolved and changed over time. Now, social businesses, with their heightened sense of social responsibility, are performing charitable activities such as providing poor people in local communities with food, housing, and services. They even employ people living in those areas and pay them decent wages. It goes without saying that, as a business, they must make some profit. However, that is not their sole purpose. They must also meet their social responsibilities.